Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Cars and Health Bars. On today's episode, of course, you see my screen. That's right. We have a tier list for you today. A few things at the top of the show I wanted to get out of the way. If you're hearing this Friday, you have all day Friday to clear your schedule for the Cars and Coffee in Bowling Green at the Corvette Museum tomorrow morning. That would be Saturday morning, February 23rd. Or sorry, 24th. We will be there, and we got quite the crew rolling out. So you might, if you do come out, you might see a few people that have been on the show prior. So I guess with that housekeeping item out of the way, Jordan, we could get right into these tier lists because it might take a minute to get through a couple of these, especially the middle one we've got for you.
Yeah.
So we were just wandering around Harbor Freight actually today, looking at this, looking at that, and it's kind of topical that we came across a tool brand tier list. So, I mean, we can just go ahead and start with a good old Black & Decker here.
So I don't really own much Black & Decker. I own like one thing from them, and it was really cheap. But I will say, quality is not too bad. It was like a $30 heat gun.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I'm not used to a lot of heat guns, so I really can't say. I would say they're more like a B or D tier. I wouldn't. That's even maybe highballing it. It might be more D tier.
Yeah, I was actually thinking like C or D.
Yeah.
I was thinking C or D.
Hey, you got them mixed up. No, you don't. No, you don't. Never mind. My bad.
But yeah, I actually I've used a Black & Decker product before, but it was a what do you say, like a landscaping, like a yard working kind of tool. I think it was a battery powered weed eater, and that thing was it's a piece of junk. I ain't even gonna lie.
I am not surprised.
Like battery, like wouldn't stay like in. We had to like duct tape it in, and like the safety switch, like it was a piece of junk. Like that thing was held together with like tape and dreams, dude. But yeah, I'm thinking C or D.
High quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I think of like their impacts and other things, it just I don't think of high quality.
No, I think they're definitely. I think it's like the Walmart brand of like I don't know.
That's Porter Cable.
Oh no, I'm thinking of this is like Lowe's or Home Depot. It's one of those home improvement store brands. Yeah, I'm saying like D for sure. Oh, Bosco, what do they make? Do they make a little bit of everything? Because I'm not too familiar.
I've
with
never
Bosco
used
either.
any of their products.
Yeah, I don't know. We could almost add an.
I don't think are they automotive focused or.
I believe I have seen some of their like electric impacts for. I could be wrong though. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I don't really have very much experience with Bosco. I almost just want to put it in like C or D, just because we don't have an I don't know category.
Yeah, for sure. I just can't give enough information on that.
So this is hard to see, but it says channel lock, and I was telling Jordan I just don't know what channel lock makes other than channel locks. It's like
they make various pliers and stuff. And what they do make is pretty good quality, really. So
yeah, I mean, if you get a pair of channel lock pliers, I don't know what else you would call them other than channel locks. It's like their brand name is the product,
Yeah,
I mean,
they are the high tier pliers.
I mean, I'd say A or S tier. I mean, they are. That's just kind of like Canes. They just do one thing really well.
Pretty much.
They don't venture out of their ballpark very much. But
they're like, I know what I got. Don't lowball me.
Yeah. Whenever I think of Craftsman, I think of a toolbox. I don't really think of their tools that much. Like I've got a Craftsman circular saw. I don't think it's done me wrong. It's pretty old, so it probably would if I used it more often. But
I've got some experience with Craftsman tools, and obviously I got a toolbox.
Right.
For what they are, I think they're a good mid tier. And here recently, I don't know if I'd say they're, because back in the day they were a lot better. I think from what I know, which I wasn't around back in the day, but apparently they're not made in America no more unless Stanley is, because Stanley bought them out. And I do like Stanley tools. They're kind of mid-tier too, so they're maybe not mid-tier, but I've owned a bunch of Craftsman and Stanley ratchets, sockets, and I've never had an issue out of any of them, really.
I'd say or Craftsman is a good like starter kit. Like that's what
Yeah, no doubt.
hands down to you, or buys you brand new.
I would say I'd say B tier.
Yeah, I mean Craftsman ain't gonna let you down. I mean, yeah, it
B
is
tier is
cheap,
pretty solid.
but if it don't let you down, it don't let you down.
I'll still buy Craftsman products. I love my ratchet, my 3H ratchet I got from him.
Oh, we got DeWalt here, and my dad would swear by DeWalt. That's all.
Mine too.
Like, that's all he runs. He does vinyl siding and gutters and like every.
Yeah, I think if you do any type of
construction for sure,
home construction,
DeWalt
you're doing DeWalt.
I mean, I don't really know where to put it. I mean, I've used his tools before. I ain't had no problem with it. I mean, I've dropped them from pretty good heights, and they've just been perfectly fine.
I'd say A tier. They got a good reputation.
Especially with, like, the older crowd.
Yeah, no doubt.
So this is Husky, and Husky I'm kind of the same place with Craftsman. It's just, all I really know is toolboxes. Husky,
yeah, I will say for the toolboxes, I like the toolboxes.
Cookie has always had, I believe he's who I'm thinking of, always had a really good like Husky box he's had it forever, and it just never has like seen wear or damage or anything. It's just pretty.
Yeah,
it's a good box.
Yeah, I've had a few friends with Husky boxes that I've really enjoyed borrowing tools from.
Yeah, I mean I got like A or B for sure,
and it's a good price.
Yeah,
they're fair on price.
We'll put it maybe top of B tier, maybe Scooter.
Yeah, I think they're a good competitor to Craftsman.
Yeah. Here we are with the Icon, Harbor Freight talking about bang for your buck here. Yeah, I will say.
Yeah, it seems like some of their prices were a little high, but I'll say their quality has gone up a lot with the Icon series.
That's what I was gonna say. It looks like their products have gotten a lot better, and they still have that lifetime warranty. But a lot of tool manufacturers are doing that nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you offer a tool and if it's a 3H ratchet, that should last a lifetime if you take care of it. So I think it should have a lifetime warranty.
Yeah, especially those toolboxes we might as well just consider this Harbor Freight as a whole. Those toolboxes we were looking at, the price difference is insane.
The Icons are good.
And the price difference plus the zero interest that they offer occasionally, like golly, man.
Yeah, I was looking that up tonight. So if you miss a payment, it's no longer zero interest. At least for that payment. I think it's for the full thing, but it didn't really say.
So it's kind of like a loyalty program.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna make.
But still, it's not bad. And Harbor Freight, their Icon lineup. You're looking today. I'm pretty impressed by it.
I mean, I definitely seen a few places where they cut corners on the toolbox. Obviously the hutch didn't have a light. It didn't have ball bearing drawers.
Ball bearings, yeah.
Slow close, soft close, but you're paying.
That's
like
stuff you can live without.
Price, yeah.
That's not necessary. It has all the necessaries down. It has a power drawer, tool drawer for your, like drills, impacts. That's what I really look for when I buy a box.
Yeah.
And then the roll carts and stuff. I gotta say those were really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
And pretty thick metal. Like they didn't cheap out on a lot of the metal or stuff like that. And then, looking at those ratchets and wrenches, all that, those are really nice quality. I am at least B tier, but I could almost say A tier with the way they've been looking.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they've really stepped up their game because Harbor Freight really, the Pittsburgh.
You know them for being cheap.
Oh,
that's just, the only good Pittsburgh is 1/2-inch impact sockets. Everyone knows that.
There's a whole thing back in the day where the Pittsburgh jack stands were killing people.
Yeah.
That just goes to show the quality that we're shooting for Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight jack stands, dog.
Yeah.
They taking lives.
Their kill death ratio is insane. We got Makita. Don't know a whole lot about Makita, if I'm being completely honest.
They're seeming more mid-tier to me, or even lower mid.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't used a lot of their product, but from what I've seen, they don't seem... they're new in the game, and I think they have a lifetime warranty on their electronics, but I still don't think I'd ever buy Makita just because I know there's other good brands for about the same price range.
Right. I'm just the next one is Mastercraft. I gotta look up what Mastercraft makes.
Mastercraft? Who is that? Who sells Mastercraft?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I feel like they're pretty low tier.
Looks like Mastercraft is man, I'm not seeing it being dedicated to a particular store.
Let me look up Mastercraft because I know Mastercraft.
I'm just seeing a lot for Amazon, really.
Mastercraft. I feel like they're like one of the most lower tiers.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. Just going by their prices. I mean, you could get a whole you can get a whole tool and toolbox set, one of those little carry out ones for like $300, and it comes with looks like everything you would ever need ever.
Let's see here. Tools. Oh, I don't think. Oh, I gotta find them.
Oh, Mastercraft.
I can't even find them, dude.
I wonder who they used to belong to.
It was Sears, maybe, I think.
That sounds about right, actually. Yeah, I'm almost 100% confident that Sears is Mastercraft. It's got to
Yeah. Which I don't know. I thought Sears was pretty good back in the day, but I guess we ain't got no experience, so we can't really rate it too high.
I know.
But I mean, they're pretty relevant now, and so that's got to say something.
My grandfather, he swore by Sears, man. He had a pair of channel locks in his pocket. He kept nonstop, just like every older person does, dude.
Yeah.
And any time it would get any damage whatsoever, he'd take it up there. He probably went through like 12 sets.
Dang.
But
Getting his money's worth.
Yeah, he definitely made his money's worth over that. But I'm just willing to put it with Makita and Bosco just because we don't know a whole lot about them, really. I mean, I don't know. We could put them in D because they are. I feel like they are kind of with Black and Decker there, especially coming from like a a store like Sears.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So your coworker, Haney, is
Haney.
a big Milwaukee guy.
Man, who isn't a big Milwaukee guy?
Milwaukee seems like it really took off in the past like 5-6 years, especially whenever they came out with the
M12s,
the
M16, all the fuels are just.
That's what we use at my work too, and they are. I mean, they put in work. I mean, we definitely put them.
They are proven.
So, and I use I'll use a Milwaukee headlamp every time I work on stuff, and it is like incredible. I mean, it probably got a good like 4-hour battery life on full like brightness. That's
Damn, yeah, that's good.
Headlamp. And it's got a
they have good batteries in all their products.
So I don't have anything bad to say about Milwaukee. I almost want to put them up in A or B too.
I would say A.
Yeah, I mean,
no doubt A. I can almost say S tier.
Yeah, I know what you're wanting, an S tier for sure. But Ridge,
I think everyone knows.
Yeah, Ridge is what I use in my shop, and it's not by choice. It's a hand-me-down, and I'm not mad at that at all. I don't have no problem with Ridge at all. I do know
they seem all right.
Where they really shine seems to be shop vacs, but like all the vacuum cleaners, and I've heard rumors that they're possibly going to stop making tools and go full-fledged vacuums. I don't know nothing about that, but yeah, that's really what I use. I don't have the electric impact or not the electric ratchet like you have for Snap-on. I would like to get it, but I'm also afraid too from those rumors. I'm like, oh god, I'm not gonna be able to get new batteries if I need them. I have to go through eBay. I don't have no problem with Rigid. I wouldn't say it's up there with Milwaukee. I would say it definitely like B tier. Yeah, that's kind of where
that seemed like B tier to me.
I mean, it ain't no Milwaukee in my opinion. But it's definitely right there with it. Like, below it. It's just a step below, I would say.
Yeah, like they're decent. I've seen, test videos of their products versus Milwaukee and others. And honestly, you can't hate too bad.
Yeah. Ryobi, it just seemed like they came out of nowhere. Like, about the same time Milwaukee got popular, it's just like Ryobi's like, here I am.
Yeah, they just like, hey. Is my house.
People just die hard for Ryobi. I've seen. It seems like the audience that they or the fan base that they have is like, dude, they're like that NFL team where their team loses every year. They're just like still there. They ain't never leaving.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm not saying they're a bad brand. I'm just saying like it seems like guys who like them really like Ryobi.
Yeah, for sure. Like they're all or nothing.
Yeah,
they're all in.
I kind of got them at C tier. I just don't know a lot about them. I can't really place them anywhere.
I would say B tier from what I've seen. I've had some coworkers use them. I think Tyler has some Ryobi.
Okay. Yeah, I vibe with that. Snap-on, of course, you're probably going to get a lot of hate because, I feel like Snap-on, either you love it or you don't, and it's usually just because of the price.
Yeah, it's usually not because of the quality, it seems. I'll tell you, there are some Snap-on products I don't think are S tier, but when it comes to like half-inch impacts, 3/8 impact drivers, the ratchets, I really don't think you can get a whole lot better.
Yeah. And
the only competition I think of is Milwaukee is like the best bang for your buck competition.
Yeah, I really like Snap-on. I've used some of your stuff. I can't bring myself to pay that like $500 price tag for literally anything on that truck.
Or more.
Yeah, I do love
the flank drive sockets, man. I haven't had a better fitting socket in my life on any, nut and bolt.
You get what you pay for. That little pistol you have, dude, that thing is so good. Like, I love that little thing. And even, like, your electric ratchet. Like,
tell you what, though, Milwaukee, I think, has them beat on some of that.
Oh, yeah?
I do. I've used some Milwaukees, and, man, they put the torque down. Like, you're going to break some damn bolts off with it. I put on a caliper, like, anchor plate with the Snap-on gun I got, and I'm like, all right, that's good. I'm going to check it with a ratchet. You do it with the Milwaukee 3/8? Nah, it's tight. Don't even worry.
Dude, I hate it, too, because we have got, like, really heavy-duty, like, M18 Milwaukees at our works. Like, you're talking about taking out, like, M22, M24, M26 bolts. Like, these bolts are enormous.
And huge bolts.
So it's funny too because the guys that don't know much about power tools, they'll go and grab it and they'll put like like a 6 mil Allen head on it, and they'll tighten down like these little tiny bolts with it. And God, dude, they will snap heads all day long. Like it just blows my mind that they would try to do something with like such a heavy like impact.
Yeah, 1/2 inch on a 6 millimeter Allen. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what they be doing. I wouldn't even say 1/2 inch, more like 3/4.
Damn.
We got some heavy duty stuff over there, dude.
But I've never used a 3/4 tool. That's big.
It probably ain't that big. It probably is half, but oh well. Stanley kind of like, I don't know. I don't know anybody that uses Stanley, honestly.
Man, the first socket ratchet set, like, little tool set I bought was Stanley. We still got it to this day, my mom's car. Huh. That thing has held up. It's been ran over.
Oh, my God.
It's like Jacob Martin knows all about that thing. He borrowed it. I don't know. That thing is just, them Stanleys, dude, you can't hate. They're like Craftsman, dude. You're getting what you pay for, really. Like, hey, you ain't paying a lot, but you getting some decent quality.
I think we have a Stanley battery charger, like a jump box. I think that's the only thing we own that has Stanley's name on it. Yeah, that's the only thing we have that's got Stanley's name on it. I don't have no problem with them, but I just don't hear nothing about them.
I'm not sure who owns them anymore. Like if they're Lowe's or what? Because like I know Craftsman is now Stanley Products pretty much. And they're sold at Lowe's.
I was going to say, I think Craftsman is Lowe's.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. And then, yeah. Yeah, and Black & Decker is Home Depot. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care where Stanley goes. If you can attest to him, it kind of sounds like they need to go where Craftsman's at.
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Some people might have some different opinions, and that's fine. I haven't used a lot of all of these products.
Yeah, I could almost just put Milwaukee in S tier because I feel like getting
I
snap-ons is
could
like
too, honestly. I think they
extra.
are. They're cheaper. It seems like they got more value. Like you can get better deals. Like you ain't getting many deals with Snap-on.
Yeah, no
You get a
sales.
good impact. Like you can get a 3/8, half inch, all that together from Craftsman, and you get or not Craftsman from Milwaukee, and it's not as much as a Snap-on half inch with a battery. Half inch Snap-on impact is like $1,000, dude. And granted, it's got like 1,300 foot-pounds of breakaway torque, but Milwaukee, dude, she up there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, there's not really any we could put in F tier. It's kind of shocking, but I mean, there's just no. I mean, I guess we could throw Wish.com on here, but it's just nothing wrong with a good tool, If the tool does its job,
I don't think there's any really bad tools unless you're buying like cheap, just Amazon no-name tools.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have a whole video on that. We should just buy like a bunch of cheap Amazon tools and do like a tool review on them.
I mean, Donut's done one, but it'd be fun to do one for ourselves.
It would be. I would enjoy that.
Definitely. Well, I guess we could throw this to an ad break, and we'll be back with the gaming tier list. All right, we're back for our break. This is a Battlefield 2042 map tier list. That's kind of what we've been getting down with, especially since Jordan's on the new build. And I feel like we've put enough hours to kind of formulate some decent opinions about these maps.
Yeah, I think I got a good opinion about every map in this game.
So we'll start out first with Breakaway, the Tundra map with the big
rig.
Yeah, whatever it is on top of the ice. This map is one of those ones that kind of plays depending on how annoying
your team plays.
Yeah, really everybody in the map. Like I've had some really good maps or games on Breakpoint where I've been like, man, I love this map. Like it might even be the best one. And I've had some where it's like, Jesus, I just want to leave right now.
I think it's a good map overall. I just got a little bit of issues with how the high ground is just given to the one spawn, dude. Like that. Like if you get AAs up there, they can really ruin your day playing a heli down on B.
Or
like you can have and the snipers, which both teams seem to find their way up there. Yeah. But even though you can have those objectives up there, it seems like most of the time people stay away from them.
Yeah, that's my favorite objective to play is C1, C2, and I really like playing up in those mountains. That little town area that is up there, it's a lot of fun to play infantry up there, but it's hard to play C1 and C2 if you got enemy snipers up on that stupid ledge. Like, just leave me alone.
Yeah, it's just impossible.
Like, you're just constantly being picked off.
It's just... At least the sound ain't as bad as Battlefield 4, because that sound on Battlefield 4 getting sniped at just makes me so mad.
Yeah. Yeah,
like, get out of here.
It's the sounds of Flood Zone.
Yeah.
I definitely put Breakpoint or Breakaway, whichever it's called, in A tier. I really
like
it.
I think it's A tier.
I
think it depends on how you play this game too, because like some maps might be really good for air combat, and some might be really bad for infantry, or like it just depends on how you play too.
For sure. I just messed this up. I'm making D tier in case we change how you feel, how I feel about this next map. Stranded or whatever it's called. It's one with the big ship in the middle. The rusted one's broken half. God, I hate that map so much. I hate it so much. The only time
I don't mind it.
The only time I enjoyed playing it was whenever we were playing Rush and like we were just on one with like those weird flank routes that we were running. Other than that, on the left-hand side of the ship is just unplayable because like you can't even get over there because the snipers if you're not on that spawn. Like I'm not a big fan. I wouldn't say it's F tier, but golly, man, it's a D for me, D or C. I can't enjoy it with the snipers, dude. It's so open, it's insane.
I'd say D tier's fine for it.
It's just aggravating, man.
If you play a heli on there, it's pretty enjoyable, I think. But yeah, infantry can get real annoying.
Like, it's just constant snipers. It feels like that's just the running course with this game. Just snipers can just they're allowed to be super annoying on this game because of how open the maps are. I feel like the maps are
Yeah,
just slightly too big on this game, if I'm being fully honest. I mean, don't get me wrong.
it could be better.
We've always wanted big maps in Battlefield, but I just feel like they're just they're just a little too big, like, and open. But anyways, this map, I'm not familiar with the name, but it's the one that's got the big ravine and the zip lines connecting the two, and the office building you can drive through with the heli.
I don't know the name of it, but I like that map.
I think it's Manifest.
I really like the cliffside because both teams get the same access.
Yeah,
So I feel like it's pretty even.
and it's easy to run a flank route. Like, if one team's on one side of the ring, the other's on the other side, and they're just like gunfiring back constantly, it's kind of easy the way the hill is sloped to kind of get on a really close up flank route. And I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's real enjoyable. I think vehicle gameplay is real easy and enjoyable too. AA's camping the hill can be a little annoying, but other than that, you don't really see a lot of, any like people that can exploit something or anything along that nature.
Yeah. I think all in all the map is, I mean, it's good, but it's also mid at the same time. It's like you said, it's kind of like middle of the road.
Yeah, I'd have it B or C. Like I think that's where it deserves to be.
So the next map is Flag Point, the desert map with the oil rig right in the center of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we can speak very good on that one.
Yeah, it's fun, but probably not for the right reason, because the only time I found myself having fun is whenever we were going around picking off snipers, which we shouldn't have to do because we're not playing the objective at that point. Like, we're not really being super productive if we're just hunting down snipers. And
Yeah.
I do like playing infantry on this map. It's a lot of fun, especially with there's a lot of cover
sure.
with the buildings. But being completely honest, that one area where the oil rig is and those buildings are, that's really the only covered area that you can play infantry well, because all the other areas
on a hill.
there's just like one or two buildings on the objective, and if you're fighting for that area, you're playing high ground because you're having to go into that building where there are enemies, and there's also snipers on the outside. So it's almost like a losing battle at those objectives.
Yeah, it can be fun to play vehicles, but I feel like there's two AAs. But either way, there's at least there's two. Man, it's really hard to play that map. Like, you can play the heli pretty good because there is a lot of cover with the hills and outside of the map, but it's a little hard.
Yeah, this really is one of those maps where I love it and then I hate it. Yeah. The next map, Hourglass. I've never been a fan of this map. I don't know.
It plays kind of bad, in my opinion.
It reminds me of Siege, because of the big, or not.
Yeah.
Siege, Siege a little bit, but like the worst version of Siege ever. Like, it just plays so weird. Then you got that weird tunnel area kind of close to one of the spawns. I don't know. I just don't enjoy how it plays. It's one of those maps where I don't have any problem just camping the little bird just so I can not play infantry, honestly. It's just too open, man.
And then, playing a little bird's hard if you're not around the skyscraper because it's just open.
Yeah, everybody's running stingers, like constant stinger spam.
Yeah, it's constant. Beep, 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 beep.
It's like, I don't understand how these people can justify running a stinger all game. Like, how are you not getting shot by infantry people because you're just staring up at the sky the whole time? Like, that's an easy DMR kill for me.
I'd say D tier.
Yeah, D or F. I've never liked Hourglass. They even redid it at one point because people were complaining about how open it was, and it's still not that good.
What is this?
Kaleidoscope.
Okay, yeah.
God, we had to play it like 3 or 4 times in a row the other night. It was,
other than playing it in a row, I don't mind it.
It got really.
It's a good mix up.
I do remember it plays good infantry almost at every objectives, especially that one that's open. Like, you think it's open, but really there's a lot of cover. Like, there's a lot of barriers and stuff. Like, unless a vehicle's like blowing you up, it plays really well infantry in all areas of the map.
Yeah. There's a lot. Vehicles are fun. It's pretty well rounded, I think.
Yeah.
I'd put it B tier, honestly.
That's exactly what
when I kept getting it over and over, I was getting tired of it, but it's enjoyable.
Will drive you nuts.
Which one is this?
Manifest. It's the one with the cranes. the cargo
Yeah, I
ship
don't even.
trains.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you like
I
flee.
like Manifest.
Yeah, I think it's definitely up there. The
It's fun. It's fun. Air vehicles for sure, and
the
that
infantry's
hill
not
is
bad.
always fun.
Yeah, and I like that objective's on a hill because it kind of adds a level, so you can kind of have like the cover coming up the mountain. It's not like there's never somebody just constantly watching that hill. It seems like there's enough cover, there's enough bushes, there's enough things to kind of keep you concealed, so you can actually make a flank without getting murdered as soon as you think about going that direction. And
Yeah,
the cargo container area plays really well too. Like, I mean, unfortunate for us, there's people that do camp the cargo containers, but that does play really good infantry. There's a lot of cover there. There's a lot of opportunity to get up higher, get up lower. That I like leveling in an infantry fight. Like, it's not just straightforward who's winning the gunfight. Like, it takes brain power to figure out where do I need to position
yeah.
myself.
I feel like tanks do a little worse on that map. It seems.
Yeah, because they're with there being a lot of cover, there's a lot of place for people to C4 to hide.
I do like playing the Little Bird though. It is fun on that map. It's really fun to just go through the cranes and all the. You can really get creative.
Yeah, I'm sure the snipers really like that map because they got them big cranes. They can see the whole
Yeah,
map.
and the big hill.
Yep, big antenna up there.
Hmm. I like it though. It's I'd almost say A tier.
Yeah, that's where I was wanting to put it. So orbital, man, I love this map so much.
It's probably my favorite map in the game.
I was definitely wanting to save this one for S tier because it just plays so good. Like, and I love that hill objective. Yeah, I have had a few games where it feels like, dang, dude, am I just really just gonna storm the beaches of Normandy all game here? But you just kind of got to wait for your opportunity and run that right flank route. I really like orbital. It plays so
Yeah,
good.
all the vehicles play good on that map. It did get the cover rework, which I think it did need out there in the launch pad area.
Yeah.
You would think this would be like a Shanghai map, but really that building isn't always like the main center of attention.
No, a lot of the times it's usually very slow to switch between who has it. It's
Yeah,
just always that C1, C2 like right there. Well, I would say definitely the center objective on that bunker, but the next would definitely be the launch pad. That gets a lot of
yeah.
attention.
That's a good map. It's solid.
Yeah, I think we're definitely in agreement that that's an S tier
It's
map.
like no, it's I was gonna say it's like Zavad, but it's way more space.
Yeah, Zavad's very close up. A lot of these
I love
maps.
Zavad, man. They need a map like Zavad on here. Which I guess the next one up here I would kind of consider almost like it from my experience.
Yeah, I don't remember what this map is called. I don't think it's a conquest map. I think it's primarily just rush and
I've played it in Rush a lot.
yeah.
It is Conquest, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's the conquest
It's
that's
not
on
on
6464.
it's not on 128, I know.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with this map. I think it plays pretty good.
Yeah, infantry's fun. I don't know if tanks are really fun on it. But man, it's got one objective with an AA that you can get in, but it's not overpowered. So, helis are fun on it. I like it. It's pretty fun.
I'll let you put this wherever.
I'd say B tier.
I agree with that. Our
Is this
newest map,
redacted?
Redacted, yeah. Redacted, it gets annoying to me. It kind of really reminds me of like Shipment and Shoot House. It's just like nonstop gunfire. Yes, there is like a flank route, but it's like only one. There's like it reminds me of COD because there's really just three routes you can run. It's 3 lanes,
Yeah.
and it just I don't know. It doesn't remind me of Battlefield. It really makes me think of COD. And
You would think it reminds you of Locker, but Locker plays better.
Locker plays way better. Like
Locker is just OG with it, man. Locker's just 2 lane.
it's like a steady chaos. This is like an insane chaos that makes you like, God. It just feels like you just get a kill, you die. You get a kill, you die. It just, God, it just reminds me so
Dude, I was
much of
just
it.
playing a game and I was running an LMG for a minute.
I can kind of see it reminding you of Locker, but in like kind of an adjacent way, not a direct like Locker.
There's
But
a lot like Locker is like it's just doorways. This is like big open areas you
yeah,
can push out of,
I'm
and
not a
that's
super big fan
the
of
only
that.
difference. Yeah, I'm not either. I would say C tier.
Yeah, I
Like I
enjoy
would play it over Hourglass.
Yeah. Spearhead.
Not remember. Yeah, Spearhead.
It
Spearhead's pretty good.
for how open it is, you'd think it plays really, really. You think it would play bad because there's literally only 3 buildings. I don't even think there's three. I think it's just two
No,
buildings
it's
in the whole
two, and
area.
then the like small areas
Yeah,
with the small buildings and cover.
it. You would think it would play horribly with just that little buildings, but it actually plays really well just because of the
Infantry
terrain.
plays really well.
The terrain really allows for the infantry to have a lot of cover. Like there's a lot of ditches, there's a lot of like rocks and bushes, and it plays really well in my opinion. I mean, Little Bird don't do bad on there either. I mean, it is annoying to get stinger spam because, like you said, we are like wide open. But uh, I don't know. I feel like with a skilled pilot, you definitely would have a good time on this map. You there?
You hear me?
Yeah.
I think I lost connection for a second.
Oh, no. I was just saying, this map. I feel like it takes more of a skilled pilot to be able to enjoy Spearhead or Spearpoint because of it's so open. There's not much cover for stinger spam.
Yeah, if you play the buildings and some low ground though, you can really do some damage. I've had some good games on there.
I feel like it's
I think
more.
of that other game we had where that one teammate, I had two repair boys, and man, I was just going off that game.
Yeah.
It was like stinger spam at the end. That team was getting mad.
We need this guy out of the sky.
That's when you know you're doing a good job as a pilot. The
Yeah.
whole team is just like, I'm after this guy.
I don't really. I mean, I'm thinking like B tier ish.
I was thinking A.
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of fun with that map. That map was the first map I played Rush on, and I loved it, dude.
Oh, what's the name of this one? It's the desert, and
Yeah,
it's just split, right? Desert and green.
it's the half and half. I don't remember the name of the map. I'm not that good with them quite yet, but
I really thought this map would be better. I remember in the beta it had extra objectives on conquest, and now it doesn't.
I don't know if I've just
And
been getting in bad lobbies, but it seems like every game I play on here is just like on this map is so frustrating.
yeah, I'm not a big fan because the AA for some reason, even though there is room to play the wall really hard, but it's hard to play that low and not get RPG'd.
Yeah.
Um, in a heli, I really have trouble on this map. It takes a high skill player, no doubt.
I mean, it's so open. If you have anybody that's running Liz or like any,
And infantry, just if you're not in the main two big buildings, you're getting sniped at from the towers.
yeah,
Like it's just undoubtedly.
yeah, and it sucks too because I really like theoretically it'd play really good because you could work your way through that field into like one of the buildings. It just don't work like that. You're just always getting sniped at.
It's always fight for the you're like fighting for the side of the border. You're just fighting to protect it. Like no one ever pushes really.
Right. I've had some good gunplay in the actual like wall itself. Like there's been a few times where we've been on like a team push through there, but I mean that's very very rare that actually happens. Like you said, most of the time it's just a sniper fight and a vehicle fight.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say it's. I would say this is like a C tier to D tier map for me.
Uh, yeah, I agree, and I have no idea what this map is. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I don't either.
the only
Is it
map.
a team deathmatch driver or something maybe?
Well, there was one map that we that wasn't on here. I thought of it a second. Well, it's the other ship one. It's the one with the oh man, there's one other one with a ship, I believe, but oh yeah, that's right. It's the one with the ship that has the underbelly like blew out, and you can like drive underneath it. And there's like you can go in like it's the one where the ship is put together.
Is that map? Where on the map is that? I know which one you're thinking of though. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
and
only one
it
that
isn't
we
on
have
here,
on
so
here.
it's got to be that one.
I guess so. That map,
We'll consider it that one, anyways.
yeah, it's got the cargo containers actually inside the ship, and those flags in there. I've only played that map a few times, and I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. It felt like the only good place to play infantry was inside that ship.
I like it pretty good. it seems like you can really play every objective from the ship. So as long as you got one objective in the ship, you can kind of branch out from there.
Yeah, it was fun to
But
run
if your
some of
team
it.
is losing the ship, you're probably losing the game.
Yeah, ship is high ground. Ship is like center spawn. Ship is kind of everything.
Ship is life.
Ship is life. I mean, I got B or C. I could kind of go either way on this map.
Go C tier.
Yeah,
I wouldn't pick it over the other ones there, really.
I'd have to agree with that. But yeah, I guess we didn't need a F tier after all. I was really tempted to put discarded in there, but that'd be okay. But
Glass almost could go in there for me.
yeah, hourglass too, especially after they updated it and still flop. Like really, guys. But anyways, guys, that's got our tier list done for today. If you stuck around to the very end, I guess we can kind of tease that hopefully our next episode will be shot from a actual podcast studio that we'll be renting out. More on that next week. And like I said in the intro, head on over to Bowling Green Cars and Coffee this Saturday and come see us. Come hang out with everybody, and we will definitely be doing a bracket of that event. So if you have a car, bring it out. We'll put it on the podcast. And with that being said, guys, we'll catch you in the next one.